Trapinch. Unfortunately, something that we've had in Com Days before and sort of a whole bunch of other events, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can get a shiny. Let's see if we can have the same luck that we had last week with getting a shiny from like our first click. Trapinch ugliest shiny out there. Maybe not the ugliest shiny. I mean, there's some bad shinies in the game, but it's up there. It's definitely on the list of ugliest shinies. How you going, James? How you doing, Adult Sandu? Welcome in. So, wait until ad goes away. Thank you. Bring my chat back. How you doing, Hanson? Welcome in, dude. So first click shiny. No. Damn. Why couldn't we have good luck? Second click shiny? No. Third click shiny? No. Just sit here. Fourth click shiny? Fifth click shiny? No. Alright, well, I think we'll stop counting now because that'll get a little bit annoying for you guys, wouldn't it? What's the bonus for tonight? I don't know. I didn't actually check to see what tonight's bonus is. Does anybody else know what tonight's bonus is? Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. Is it double candy? No, it's not double candy because we... Oh wait, is it? No, it's extra Stardust, I think. 125 Stardust. Is that correct? Bonus eggplant. No. How you doing, Becky? Welcome in. And Miss Murder, welcome in. Yeah, I don't think it's a bonus eggplant. Stardust, yeah, that's right. Stardust with Shelter. It might be transfer candy. Hang on, let me have a look. Transfer one. Transfer. Nope, one candy. Lost plays. How you doing? What is the bonus for tonight? Does anybody know what the bonus is? I forgot to check. That is what it is. Doesn't matter. I mean, do we really care about the bonus when it's not Stardust? Probably not. I think it might be XP. Because it's not transfer candy. So what is it? There's Stardust XP for... Or is it... No, it's not transfer candy. Might be catch candy. 2 XP for evolve. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Alright, at least we figured that little mystery out. So, let's get walking, like Christopher, and see if we can find ourselves a shiny. Is it windy? Do I need a hat? Probably not. Nah, we can do without a hat tonight, I think. Do I need a jumper? I might put a jumper on because it might get a bit chilly while I'm out here, so give us a second while I chuck my jumper on, given that the sun is going down. As soon as it goes down, it'll be cold. Fix my hair again because my jumper messed it up. Alright, there is a jumper. Take my charger just in case. Don't think I'm going to need it, but you never know. Bad day today, and yesterday had work, but had to leave early because the rain. But we get a call for tomorrow, need the hours. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that sucks, man. Hopefully you'll get the hours back. That'll do. God, my hair. What are you doing? That'll do. Whatever. Alright, let's get a walking and see if we can... how you doing, Darth? Welcome in, dude. Take it. Like, this is a shiny that I don't need myself, because... yeah, so we've got some shinies. We've actually got a couple of hundos as well. So this is one that we don't necessarily need anything for, but we'll see how we go. Still getting a shiny is nice. So yeah, if you missed it, guys, it's double XP for evolving tonight. So if you've got some stuff to evolve, and you're not interested in this shiny, it's a good time to get some evolves done. You need Mega Blastoise Candy Energy, rather. Candy Energy, same thing. I mean, it's basically energy. It's basically candy, isn't it? And there's no raids around here at the moment that I can see. It changed. I'm not actually sure what the Mega is at the moment. I don't really keep track of the Mega raids. I know that Tapu Bulu is in raids for the Legendary, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. So that's a shiny that I actually need. So yeah, we'll see how we go, given that we can only do a limited amount of raids now. It's the raid change, so yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. Gonna make it a lot harder to get these shinies. Hey Nadia, how you doing? And Mr. Rhino. Wait, is it Mega Flygon, is it? That makes sense given that we've got Trapinch. Maybe that's why they did them together, gave this a spotlight hour while they bring in Mega Flygon. Hey, you got a free pass for research? Nice. I did my research earlier today and did not get a free pass, so screw you, Niantic. Where's my free pass? Wait, it's Slowbro. Okay. Wait, is there even a Mega Flygon? I don't know who's, like, what's got Megas, because I didn't really play during that generation when the Megas dropped, so whenever they... Oh my god, there's like walking through a cloud of bugs here. Whenever they do Megas, it's just like, what is a Mega? No Mega Flygon, okay. I was going to say, it doesn't sound like one that had to have a Mega, but that'd be nice if they did. Are you asking me what's the biggest fish that I've caught? I don't know. Haven't really done a lot of fishing. Like, I haven't gone fishing since I was a kid. I've caught a couple of fish, but I don't know how big they were. I didn't really care. So I wouldn't be able to tell you how big of a fish I've caught. Wait, you think Mega Flygon exists? I got people that are saying that it does and people that are saying that it doesn't, so I don't know. Just look it up on Google. Be like, list of Megas, and then I'm sure it'll tell you. You've got a big carpet shark. Just, like, you saying that just makes me think of, like, when I was a kid. And you know how you play, like, lava on the floor type of thing? The floor is lava. A game that I used to play when I was a kid was basically the same thing, but it was sharks. So I just think of carpet sharks. Oh. It doesn't. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Like I said, I wouldn't know because I don't really keep track of the Megas. The ground is lava, not just floor, you remember. There's actually a show on Netflix that's called The Floor is Lava, and it's like a game show, and people have to make it through an obstacle course without touching the floor. And it'd be cool if the ground was like, raise the stakes and make the floor actually lava, so if these people stuff up, well, that's the end of their night. That would be amusing. Probably not for them. You're gonna check it. It will only tell you if it's been released in game, so not everything that is actually available as a Mega will actually show until they release it. But I'm gonna take Dulsandu's word for it and say that it's not a shiny. so chewy on Australian Ninja ones. I would love to do something like that, but I would never be able to because of my back. Like when I was a kid, I used to do just stuff, not like it, but you know, I'd do Spider-Man type of stuff and running up trees and grabbing branches and swinging around and doing, you know, just silly stuff. But yeah, these days my back is stuffed, so too much pain through my back to be able to throw myself around like that, swinging from things. And plus you gotta have pretty good upper body strength to be able to, you know, gotta be like a gymnast. It just doesn't exist. Yeah. Like I said, if you guys want to really know, just look it up on Google. That's the good thing about Google, it'll tell you things. Like I said, I'll take your word for it, Dulsandu, that it doesn't exist. So, this isn't going so well. Where's my shiny game? Come on. You gave me a shiny last week, like straight away, which I was happy about, because that was one that I needed. Maybe that's why, because I don't need this one, so it's not going to give it to me. But we still want a shiny boy, because shiny boys are good. No Mega Flight. Yeah, you see a lot of fan art for like non-existent megas. There's some good stuff out there. Same with like the evolutions and stuff, like the missing types for the evolutions. There's a lot of fan art for those types of things. I've seen some cool ones for like steel type evolution and ghost type and so on. Yeah, that's for like every Pokemon. Yeah. And there's a lot of like fusion Pokemon as well. Like people have taken like two different Pokemon and fused them together. Like, have you seen the like the Kanto birds fusion? There's like people out there that have like fused Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos together in like one Pokemon, and it looks pretty cool. Sylveon Best Evolution. Yeah, Sylveon's pretty cool. My favourite is actually Umbreon. I like the Umbreon. A 1k Trapinch. What do you mean? Sorry? It's like 1k. Like 1,000, but how? What? Where? How? When? What do you mean? The Kanto bird fusion is a real thing in the Pokemon manga. When Team Rocket got their hands on them, and they combined them. What, do they just like chuck them in a blender? Because Team Rocket, they're pretty evil. Just grabbing legendaries and chucking them in blenders and stuff. Pfizer. Sounds like a vaccine for COVID. Pfizer. Can I get one of those Pfizer shots, thanks? Is there any raids? There'll be raids tomorrow. Like, since Niantic has done their change to the raid passes, I refuse to host them outside of raid hours. Sorry, guys. But I'll be doing raids tomorrow for you guys during raid hour, because one, there'll be a bunch around. But even now, there's no raids on any of the gyms. It tends to be the way during Spotlight Hour. There's very rarely raids down here. No moderators today. Miss Murder was here before. She might still be lurking in the background, just not talking. Lachlan's here. There we go. There is a moderator in the chat. Lucky I'm still on your friends list. I will have to go through because my friends list is pretty full at the moment. Yeah, I only got 6 free slots, so I will be having to go through and make some room for tomorrow, just so I can add people if I need to. So if I do happen to remove you, it's not personal, just pop into tomorrow night's stream and I'll be happy to re-add you guys, sort of thing. But yeah, I need to go through and make room every few weeks just to make sure that I can keep adding people and get them into raids. You came back from the depths of hell. What were you doing there? Why did you go to Sydney? Oh wait, you already live in Sydney. Sorry, man, but like, you already lived in the depths of hell, so... You waited for like 2 years. What, to come back from the depths of hell? You're not even in Sydney. Wait, did you move, or you're just not in Sydney at the moment? Just come to Melbourne. Melbourne's good, except the weather. Other than the weather and the price of everything, Melbourne is good. Ah, you went camping for 8 days, that's why. So you went camping in hell. How was that? I'm taking it was pretty warm. Did you see any demons? Come to Kempsey. One day I might do some traveling for the game. It's looking less and less likely these days because of the way that the game is sort of dropping off, that I'll be able to do some traveling for the game, but you never know. You never know. Very sandy. Let's go, you might. Like I said, I would like to travel. Like, one of the plans was to travel around Australia at some point, just playing the game. But one, I don't have the money to do that sort of thing. And two, with the way that the game's dropping off these days, I just feel like there's not a lot of opportunity to do that anymore because of the game. Like, I still could, but I feel like I would need a bigger community just so when I go to somewhere, I know that there's going to be people there that I could possibly meet, sort of thing. Like, I can do the major cities like Sydney, Brisbane, and Adelaide and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, outside of the major cities, I don't really think there would be much call for it these days, because so many people have just stopped playing the game. Like, around my area, for instance, there used to be like a good amount of people that would play the game, and there still is, but the community's just not there anymore. Like, because all the remote raid stuff, people just stopped sort of coming out and socializing. And yeah, now that the remote raids have gone, the group has pretty much just gone quiet. So I think most people that played the game have just given up on it now. So well done, Niantic. Well done. Way to kill a community. And I'm pretty sure it's like that throughout a lot of places now. People have just given up on the game. So you saw me in a Pro Planty video. Yes, you would have. Hey, we've got a huge one. Yeah, that's when he was in Melbourne. In the chat. So that was back in November last year, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he came down for his birthday. Like, a few of the his community organised a trip for him to come down for Com Day, stuff like that. So yeah, he came down and we met up and did our thing. So yeah, I've met a lot of the other Australian PokeTubers sort of thing. Like I've met Pro Planty, Cricket, Zoe, Super Mario, but he's not really much of a Pokemon Go content creator. He's more of just a universal content creator. He does a lot of stuff on Twitch and TikTok and stuff, not very much YouTube. But yeah, the other main PokeTubers in Australia I've met and socialized with over the years. It's already getting dark. Damn it. Doesn't take long. Once the sun starts going down, now the days are getting shorter. It's dark so quickly. The 10th one better. You can see Lachlan under the bed. He's learned from the demons. Low-key need the second command. If you're talking to me about religious stuff, I don't know, what was the second commandment? Thou has the right to bear arms? Or is that the Second Amendment? You sent me a special gift? Okay, let's have a look to see what our special gift is. What are we looking for? Nickname. The Pokemon Kishiv. How you doing? Krishiv, sorry man. Welcome. Where are you? Potato. Food rescue. The flood rescue. Alright, let's pin that one. Cheers, man. That's the opposite of what she said. Shame you got no Brisbane gifts left, but that'll do. Oh, that's all good, dude. That's all good. I've still got a whole bunch of gifts left from the tournament in Melbourne earlier in this year, because I just haven't sent them to anybody. So I don't have any different gifts to send you. I've already sent them. You've now got 69 candy. Well, next step is to get 420 candy. The Pokemon Krishev. It's sort of rude coming into other people's chat and asking them to subscribe to your channel. Invisible ball. You'd feel safe carrying around an AK-47. I think most people would. Carrying around any sort of assault rifle would probably make you feel pretty safe. It's probably why most Americans, not most Americans, but a lot of Americans, you'd be pretty happy in a tank. Invisible ball once again. Yeah, it keeps happening every now and again. I think it's when the encounter starts and you click on like the ball to spin it up like really quickly. I think it just glitches out. Weather is actually quite nice up here. Thank you, think you Victorians would love it. Honestly, it's been nice here over the last couple of days. It was like 22 degrees here today. And it was 20 degrees yesterday, so the sun's been out. I've actually been getting a lot of sort of low to mid 20 degree days over the last week or so. It's going to be lasting for most of this week as well. So yeah, it's been a bit warmer than usual during this time of year, because yeah, it's about this time of year where it starts to cool off down here. You saw a vid on a American in a tank driving down the street. Yeah, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, I've seen that too. Dude full stole a tank. And there's another one of a dude that armored up like his bulldozer and was driving around like smashing stuff in his bulldozer. Because some Americans do be crazy. Very much so. Nowhere is lost. But in America, it's legal to own a gun. It's 18. Yeah. Yeah, you can join the army and you can own a gun, but you can't drink. It's pretty silly, eh? But that's just laws in general. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. There's always stupid laws. Like here in Australia, for instance, I mean, we've got fairly tight gun laws, which is good in a way. I mean, it means that a lot of stupid people can't run around with guns. But, you know, there's no law against gambling. Like, once you turn 18, you can gamble, you can drink, you can smoke, you can do all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to, you know, other things, like, that may be of a risk, it's just like, oh no, you can't do that. Like, we've got so many stupid laws here in Australia. Especially in Victoria, like we're the nanny state. We take a lot of stupid things. Obi-Wan Kenobi. What about Obi-Wan Kenobi? I just need to get my flashlight going so I can see what I'm doing. Kylo Ren. Luke Skywalker. Why are we naming... I almost said YouTube characters. Star Wars characters. Them goddamn Star Trek characters. Damn it, I wasted an opportunity then. I could have been like, Jean-Luc Picard. Captain Kirk. So where do you enter? In the forest with the fairies and the elves. Hey, another huge one. Got a lot of huge Trapinch. He shut up for not surprisingly, but if it happens again, you'll time him out. Yeah, all good, dude. Yeah, I'm not just going to subscribe to somebody's channel because they've asked to without even sort of socializing in the chat or saying anything else. It's like, if you want to grow your channel, you have to do it like everybody else does and actually upload content that people want to watch and all that sort of stuff. You know, it's hard to grow on YouTube, but you got to put in the work to do it. Speaking of that, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button. Make sure you like the streams, because all the activity on the videos and streams and stuff like that does help the channel. Pushes it out to other people, so be sure to do that one. Must have a huge one. Good old huge Trapinch. You recently reached... Oh, nice, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations on that, man. It's always good once you get that first milestone down. You know, you can start working on the next one, try and get to 500 and then 1,000 and... But well done, dude. You're gonna need some proof. Well, you just saw it on the screen, dude. You saw my huge Trapinch. Hey, Nick. This is actually one of the Conde eggs So I think this is going to be a Togepi. Could it be a shiny Togepi? It's a... disappointing. Does it at least have... No, don't power up. Does it have good stats? It actually does have good stats, so we'll style that one. I think I've got a couple more of those. At least one more. That one is from the 11th of the 4th. That one is from the 15th. So that is a Com Day egg still, so we'll chuck that one in the incubator, and I don't think it's going to hatch during tonight's stream, but got one more chance at trying to get a shiny... I almost said Trapinch. Togepi, that's the one I'm thinking of. The Battlefield King. I actually do like Battlefield. I haven't played it in age. Like, Battlefield 2 was my jam. I used to play Battlefield 2 all the time. I just enjoyed Battlefield because of the large maps and vehicles and all that sort of stuff. So you just jump in a helicopter or a jet or a tank or something and just zoom around the map, blowing stuff up. The good old days. You're going to try and get a silver play button. You need 100,000 subs for a silver play button, so good luck. I'm still after my silver play button as well. Still got a while to go. Quite a while. I still need, what, 96,500 subs or something. So maybe one day, like I said, guys, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. The more subscribers we get, the closer I get to my silver play. And then we can concentrate on a gold, because that's 1 million. Nora's lost. Yeah, I still remember when I first got to 1 million. Sorry, 1 million. Oh, I wish. When I got to 100 subs. See, I was lucky, because when I started the channel making Pokemon Go content, I already had 50 or so subs. So it didn't take long for me to get to that 100. But yeah, just with the content today, like Pokemon Go, for instance, it's just not as popular as it used to be. Like, if I put more effort back into the channel back when the game was more popular, the channel would probably be a lot bigger than it is now. But yeah, with the sort of die-off of Pokemon Go, it's just hard to grow as a Pokemon Go central channel these days. That's why I've been talking about expanding and doing other stuff on the channel, just because I don't think we'll get to that 100,000 subscriber sort of stuff with just Pokemon Go stuff. Especially with the recent changes with the raid passes and all that sort of stuff. It's just made more people leave the game. So it's never going to be as big as it used to be, unfortunately. How you doing, Mikey? Can't be late for the show. It took you 1 year. That's all right, dude. I mean, everybody goes at their own pace. You just got to keep putting content up there. I mean, the more you do on your channel, and the more you just do stuff that people want to see, the faster your channel will grow. But it's always slow in the start, sort of thing. Hopefully one day it'll just snowball for you, because that's sort of what you got to do. You get to a certain threshold, and then people just keep like trickling in. So keep at it, man. Hey, you got a shiny Tapu Bulu. Nice, Mikey. Well done. Congratulations on that, dude. I still haven't done any raids for it yet. We'll do some tomorrow for raid hour. Good old Peking duck. Is that a duck that's on ecstasy? He's peeking and he's a duck. Or is it a duck that's just standing behind a wall, just like peeking over it, peeking through your window while you're trying to take a shower? Peking duck. You could do feet stuff. Yeah, that's always an option. I mean, seems to be a fairly popular thing on the internet, which I don't understand. I've never understood the interest with feet. I mean, feet are pretty gross. Like, they got corns on them, and, you know, ingrown toenails and toe jam, and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So it's like, what's the fascination with feet? To somebody that has a fascination with feet, explain what the fascination with the feet is, please, because I've just never understood. What would I recommend for content? That's really up to you. Like, I can recommend stuff. I mean, gaming is always a popular thing, but the problem with doing gaming is it's a very saturated market on YouTube. There's a lot of people that do gaming, so if you're going to do that, you sort of have to stand out in some way and do stuff a bit differently than other people. But yeah, there's reaction content. Depending on what you want to do, there's always, you know, like storytelling stuff. So if you want to do like spooky storytelling or just interesting stories about, like, one of the channels, for instance, that I follow, the guy does a lot of like mystery stories, but like real life stories. So missing person and like caving disasters and just all that sort of stuff. And there's another dude that I watch that does sort of like real life murder mysteries and just missing peoples and all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of different content you can do. There's also, you know, self-improvement channels and that, which is something that I've been thinking about doing myself in a separate channel, sort of like more of a self-improvement type of channel, just giving people advice on how to better themselves. Lachlan and Jimmy speaking facts. OnlyFans, yes, that's definitely another thing that you can do if you have the assets for it, I suppose, is the best way of putting it. That creep duck. You're gonna do that right now. He your boy. What, that creep duck? He's your boy. We know you've got a FIFA. No, I really don't. I don't, like I said, I don't understand the interest in feet. They're just not really sexy. Don't worry, you won't do feet pics. You've got 3 procedures done. Oh, for your nail. Yeah. I mean, you could do like feet stuff and just do like gross feet stuff. I'm sure there's a market for that. People that want to see mangled feet. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. You can do that sort of stuff. Like I said, it's difficult doing that sort of stuff just because when it comes to big games like that, there's a lot of bigger channels which cover it, which are sort of focused on that sort of stuff, so it's hard to sort of crack into that market. But it's always a place to start. Like, the more popular games that you do, as long as you can sort of get into the algorithm, because that's the trick. You got to try and break into the algorithm. As soon as you've done that, people hopefully gravitate towards channel and stuff. Fishing with his feet. Well, there is not channels, but there is. Have you seen the like in Asia and stuff where people have those tanks filled with the fish that like eat the dead skin off of your feet? You could just turn a channel into doing that. Just own a bunch of those fish and just film yourself having your feet nibbled on by fish on live at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Fish foot fetishes. Sounds like Miss Murder with like the murder stuff, yeah. You're trying to learn how to stop physically and mentally abuse. Just don't do it. I'm sure it's not that difficult to stop. Buy one of those inflatable love dolls and just take your aggression out on that instead. Just a suggestion, I suppose. You can't see his feet so good. Your feet aren't that punchable. Honestly, I've never really had stinky feet either. Like, my feet are pretty good. My shoes don't really stink or anything, so. You could fight kangaroos with your feet. Somehow I think you're gonna lose. Like, cause if you've seen kangaroos fight, they actually do use their feet. They like jump up on their tails and they like kick you with their back feet. So somehow I think they're gonna win just quietly. Kangaroos are actually brutal. Like, they're mean. Like, not so much grey kangaroos, because they're a lot smaller, but like a large male red kangaroo is basically just testosterone in kangaroo form, and they will kick your ass. Like, they are mean. Branch just tickled my head. Gotta be careful, because you could just walk straight through a spider web here, because it's dark, and this is like, don't attack me. Fishing with feet, so catfishing. Well, you can catch it like catfish with your fist, and it's actually called fisting. When you go and you try and catch a catfish with your hand. It's a big thing in America, in the deep south. Let's go fish and catfish with our fingers. 3 a.m. live. Hi guys, we're gonna do fishing with feet. I'm sure there's an audience for everything on the internet these days. So if you find the right audience, I'm sure somebody will be interested in watching. There's a lot of cam sites out there. Biggest cap of the century. No worries, Lachlan. Enjoy your food. Pop a daily incense. There's no point running your daily incense and stuff like that during spotlight hours, because the only things that pop up are the spotlight hour Pokemon. So it's sort of a waste. You may get 1 or 2 other things, but for the most part, it's just going to be the spotlight hour Pokemon, and we're already seeing enough of them, so there's not really much point. I've tried it before, so unfortunately, like I said, it's a bit of a waste. Gee, me, the audience. I told you, I don't get into those feet things, man. It's not my thing. You might get a bird. What type of bird? Seagull? Get yourself a seagull. I've had birds in my, not actually my birds, but the family has owned birds over the years. So we've had budgies, finches, cockatiel, a cockatoo. We actually owned a cockatoo. What other type of birds? I think that's about it. So a bit of a menagerie of birds. A pudgy. I'm going to get myself a pudgy. Is that a cross between a pug and a pigeon? A pudgy. Good old pigeons, eh? Just be aware, well, I suppose it's the same thing with all birds, but pigeons shit a lot. So just be prepared for that. $15 minutes left. With no shiny so far, but there's still time. Your granddad used to have hundreds. You wish he was still alive. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with family. That's the unfortunate thing of, loved ones and animals and all that sort of stuff. Life ends at some point. So, sorry to hear that, dude. Back when I used to live in Melbourne proper, sort of thing, at my old house, when I was younger, the next door neighbour, he was an old I'm actually not sure what nationality he was. He was Greek or something like that. But he used to have a whole bunch of pigeons in his backyard as well. You're about to say the problem with people is they just keep talking. I'm not sure if that's the problem with people, but it's an unfortunate thing of life. Like, there's always going to be loss, sort of thing, and it just gets worse the older you get. Like, when you're young, you don't really experience loss that often, sort of thing, so you don't really think about it. But once you start getting older, you know, you start seeing it more. So, yeah, like I said, unfortunately, it's just a fact of life. You're best trying to come to terms with that sort of stuff when you can. It's harder for some people than others. But yeah, think of put it this way, you've always got the memories and stuff like that. So as long as you can hold on to those memories, you've never really lost somebody. I mean, they're always still there with you. All good lost. Immortalities, yeah. I mean, that was always one thing that I was like, oh, I want to live like when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want to live forever and that'd be so cool and all that sort of stuff. But the unfortunate thing of that is you see it in a lot of like sci-fi and stuff these days. If you live forever, you just outlive all the people that you love, and then you end up not wanting to get close to anybody just because you know that you're going to end up losing people and all that sort of stuff. So it would just be a very lonely existence living forever, because everybody that you loved would end up, you know, passing on at some point. Hey, chat, come back. But put it this way, I mean, humans are living for longer these days. Like, the more our medical science progresses, the longer people live for. I mean, look at our life expectancy now in comparison to what it was only a couple hundred years ago. I mean, people would die at, 40, 50 years old. And I mean, even going back further, the average life expectancy back in like the 1600s and 1700s and stuff like that was like 30 to 40 years old. These days people live, 90, 100 years old. So Via, your name is Vanish. Like, actually vanish? You vanished? Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. So we got a little over 10 minutes left. I'm back at the car park. So it looks like I'm walking a little bit further. That's okay. I'm back at the car park now, and my car is the only car in the car. When I got here, it was packed. It was actually not difficult to find a parking spot, but there was only a couple of parking spots left. Now there's like nobody here. So in the past 50 minutes, it's just been abandoned. Everybody's like, it's too dark now, I'm going home. Come on, little dude, we're running out of time here. Come on, Trapinch. Sparkle for me. The people want to see some sparkles. It's the only reason why they tune into my streams, to see the sparkles. I mean, why would anybody want to watch me? They just want to see shiny Pokemon. I do need to go to the toilet though. I need to pee. Luckily there's only 9 minutes left. It's actually still fairly warm as well. I probably didn't need to put a jumper on before, because I checked the weather before I left and they said it was going to get down to like 15 by the time it got to like 7 o'clock, but it definitely feels a bit warmer than that. I'm probably a bit warmer as well because I've been walking around. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to what it's going to be like in about a month or so time, once it gets to winter time. Like doing spotlight hours and comm days and stuff like that is just, it's not as fun as it could be because it's just cold and wet. Eight minutes to go. So once we're done with the hunting, because I'll have to be walking back to the car because I've already passed it again, I'm happy to do some battles with you guys. You undid a 6-piece cross puzzle. Fair enough. What did you have for dinner? Did you eat? I've got barbecue pork. It's roast pork, but it's been cooked on the barbecue. So like barbecued pork and salad. So that should be pretty good. Tasty, tasty. But yeah, it'll probably be one of the last times that we use the barbecue until not next year, until later in the year sort of thing, when the weather starts warming up again. So you get one last use of it in. But yeah, barbecue stuff always tastes better than stuff like, I love steak on the barbecue. Like barbecued steak is just so much better than sort of barbecue that's cooked in a pan. I think it's like the flame grilled. Like if it's on a grill, it just tastes better. That was dessert. That was dessert. But you had roast vegetables plus mango chicken. Then you had some blueberry, quark cheese. Quark cheese. Was that cheese that was made from duck? Made by a duck? I've never heard of quark cheese before. I'm somebody that enjoys cheese as well, so like quark cheese, that's new to me. Not a big fan of cheesecake. I never have been. Like, I don't know, there's just something about cheesecake that I just don't like. Everybody else that I know loves cheesecake, but I'm like, yeah, nah, I can do without cheesecake. I don't know, there's just something about it that I don't particularly enjoy. I'll eat any other type of cake, but cheesecake is just something that I just can't stomach. I know, I think it's just the idea of like cheese and cake. It's just like, you can't put cheese on, you can put cheese on basically anything else, but not a cake, all right? It's a weird cheese. It sounds like a weird cheese. Good old quark cheese. Now, like I said, I enjoy cheese like most other cheeses. Mozzarella is actually my favorite cheese. I love mozzarella. I'm not a big fan of feta either. I just find it's a weird cheese, goat cheese. But yeah, most other cheeses, Parmesan and obviously cheddar. Everybody loves cheddar cheese, like aged cheddar. So there's like heaps of different types of cheddar cheese. You can get like Epicure and what's the other one? Yeah, Colby. Colby is the one that I'm thinking of. So Colby and Epicure, and then there's smoked cheese is actually really good. If you've had smoked cheese, not smoke cheese, smoked cheese. So it's cheese that's been smoked. It's actually really good. You sent the package in the DMs. Okay. I'll check it out after. There's a question. What's everybody's favorite type of cheese? We're actually talking about lactose intolerance during the Comday stream on the weekend. So I feel like this is a good segue into that. It's like, for the non-lactose intolerant people, what type of cheese do you enjoy? A nice brie is also good, like brie cheese. It's nice and creamy. And that white stuff that's on the outside of brie, that's actually mold. It's a certain type of mold, but it's a tasty mold. I mean, essentially all cheese is just mold, because it's just congealed milk. So two more minutes. Come on, Trapinch. We're only going to get a few more check here before we run out of time. Come on, last minute clutch shiny. We've done it before. We've done it multiple times, getting a shiny in like the last couple of minutes. So we can do it again. I believe in you, Trapinch. I'll no longer consider you one of my least favorite Pokemon if you shine for me. You're not a Turophile, but Camembert, you guess? Camembert is pretty good. It's not a cheese that I eat a lot of. It's actually been a while since I've had Camembert. It's actually like last week. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and I was watching like dodgy horror movies on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I need something to eat. So I went out to the kitchen. I was like, I could have something sweet. Like I was gonna just grab some bickies and milk and stuff, and I was like, no, I actually feel like something savory, but I couldn't really find anything savory, so I ended up making up like a cheese platter because there's a whole bunch of like different cheeses in the fridge. And so I grabbed some cheese platter and some, what else did I have? Like some sun-dried tomatoes and some olives and some roasted capsicum and stuff like that. So yeah, just basically made up like a cheese platter. Some cacciatore sausage and stuff. So yeah, I ended up having like cheese at like 2 a.m. just sitting there watching movies, eating cheese. And unfortunately, that is the end of our Spotlight Hour. It is 7 p.m. and we did not get ourselves a shiny, which is disappointing. I don't like that. That's not fair. Sounds like some rich fancies. It's not. I mean, cheeses and that aren't. I mean, I suppose these days they are. The inflation and everything, like just basic cheese is relatively expensive, but no, it wasn't rich or anything. It was just sitting around eating some stuff. But there's nothing wrong with a good cheese platter. It was basically just stuff that was in the fridge. Alright, well I'm going to wander back to the car now, guys. So if anybody would like to do some PvP while we wander back to the car, you can send through a request. Guess we'll catch this cargo, given that they're actually not too bad for PvE. Interesting typing that works well against a lot of stuff. Got to do a fridge reveal soon. There's just like a whole... Probably not, because I mean the fridge is just filled with a whole bunch of random stuff. Like there's a whole bunch of jars on the top shelf of stuff that's just been there for like a year. It never gets eaten. Everybody's got that top drawer in their fridge, or top shelf in the fridge. It's just like jars of olives and different types of chutney and stuff. Fridge is messy. Probably need to clean it out, honestly. You got a huge shiny Trapinch. Nice, dude. Congrats. Unfortunately, I did not get the shiny. But, like I showed you guys at the start of the stream, it's not a shiny that we necessarily needed. We already have a bunch of them, so I don't mind missing out on these shinies. Out of all the Spotlight Hours that are available this month, like the shinies, we got the one that we really wanted, which was last week for the shelter. That was the only one that I really needed. Body parts. Yeah, but of like animals and that. So there's like chickens. Not at the moment, but you know, occasionally there's chicken body parts, or tonight there'll be some pig in there because of the roast pork. So there's always body parts in the fridge. Just not human body parts. You got a tiny at 90. Wait, what? Looks like this crocodile's like full having a chat with the chespin. Having a little oh, I missed it. It despawned on me just as I went to click on it. Enjoy the firework. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. You're gonna go watch some fireworks? No worries, lost. Yeah, enjoy. Fireworks are cool. Enjoy your fireworks. I'm going to continue walking back to the car while checking these things. I mean, we're getting a lot of possible shiny checks here. I actually still need my Pansage shiny. It's the only one of these that I don't have out of the pans. I was lucky enough to get both Pansear and Pancore during Go Fest. Come on, we have to go home with a shiny. Knowing my luck, usually during these spotlight hours, if there's no shiny available, or if there is and I just missed out on it, I tend to get a shiny on my way home. So I'll just randomly click on something after I finish streaming, and it'll be a shiny. And it's like, why couldn't you do that during the stream? People want to see the shinies. You've currently got like 2 home spawns where you are. Next place you're gonna has 0 home spawns. That sucks. But I know what it's like, because back when the game first came out, I had 0 home spawns. It was like that for quite a while. It wasn't until they started doing updates to the spawn points that I actually got a few. And then, yeah, these days I've actually got quite a huge home cluster. I get, 15 things an hour or so just around my house, which is nice. Thanks, Chuck. Unfortunately, our Spotlight Hour has already finished. It finished 6 minutes ago. So we didn't get the shiny. But as I was saying to the guys, we've already got a bunch of shiny Trapinch, so it's not too much of an issue that we missed out on it. You finally got your Mew after years. Wait, a shiny Mew or just normal Mew? I actually got my shiny Mew during the Holland tour, because I was planning on saving it, but then I ended up, like, one of the research tasks that was from the special research, I didn't collect it because I was busy clicking on other stuff, and I had my shiny Mew in the stack, so I ended up having to catch it because the thing from the special research got stuck behind it. So I was like, damn, if I want to finish the special research during the Hoenn tour, I have to catch my shiny Mew. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I've still got my shiny Jirachi to get. But we're stuck on this part, the second part of the research, where I have to have 10 buddies and do 20 days. I keep forgetting to do a day. So I do like 3 or 4 days in a row for the 20 days in a row, and then just forget. I'm like, I have to start all over. But it doesn't really matter too much because I've only got like 2 best buddies. So it's going to take me a while to get to the 10. So it's like, I got plenty of time to try and get the 20 days in a row. But yeah, I'm constantly working. Ooh, actually got this done. Okay. I didn't think that was going to happen, but here we go. Last chance of getting ourselves a shiny Togepi. I said Trapinch again. Damn it. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping to get one of these. Not good IVs. Unfortunately, that was last shot, because that one is from earlier and that one is from today. So, I mean, we could still possibly get one out of these eggs, because Togepi is still something that... Actually, no, it's not anymore. I thought Togepi came from tier 1 eggs, but they've moved it up to 5, haven't they? Are you going to head out? No worries, doll. Thank you for tuning in. I'm almost back at the car anyway, so I'll be wrapping up the stream in just a few minutes. It gets worse, yeah. Honestly, I'm not in a hurry to get the stuff done. I just feel like with the way that the game's dropped off, it may be one of those research tasks that just never ends up getting done, but we already have, like, how many research still need to finish? Quite a few. So yeah, it's just going to join the queue of all the other research tasks that I haven't ended up doing. You had GPS issues on the com days, so didn't get a shiny, but hey, you didn't care. You were relaxing. Yeah, it's one of those shinies though. It's not really different from its original one, and there's heaps of people which will have them now, so you'll be able to trade for one if you really want one that badly. I ended up with 27 myself, surprisingly. So 27 shinies is actually my best haul in a while from a com day. Are you going to have 2 lost? No worries, dude. Enjoy your fireworks. Like I said, I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes anyway. So when we do wrap it up, remember guys that we've got raid hour tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in Tapu Bulu, be sure to turn on notifications if you haven't already for tomorrow's stream. I feel like I need a torch that I can attach to my phone, shining on me, so in these night streams you guys can actually see me. You add some doco pictures to the DMs. All good. Make sure I'm not walking into things, because that would be painful and embarrassing. Wouldn't be the first time I've walked into things on the street. I can still remember when the game first came out, and there were the videos of people like walking off the ends of piers and stuff like that playing the game. The good old days. Oh, that's better. I did leg day today, so my legs are already pretty sore, so walking around, it wasn't so bad walking around, but as soon as I stopped and sat down, I'm just like, oh, my legs, they are a little bit sore. Probably gonna feel it tomorrow. Don't so much feel leg day the day that you do it, it's like the next day or two afterwards that you're just like, oh, my legs, I can't walk. It hurts to sit down. Alright, well, we're back at the car, so I don't think anybody was interested in doing any PvP, because if so, you guys would have sent me requests by now. But we'll catch this little dude, and we'll probably wrap up the stream. So unfortunately, yeah, we didn't get the shiny, but that is okay. This is, ooh, might be decent for PvP, so we'll definitely check that one. Alright, well, guys. Cheers, man. Like I said, I'll check out the stuff after when I get home. But yeah, alright, guys. I am going to wrap up the stream here. But thank you for everybody that has tuned in. Much appreciated. The 10 likes, that's not bad. If you haven't already, like I said, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, because it does help out the streams. All of that good stuff. Subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, we're going to be going alive. We're going to be going live again tomorrow for Tapu Bulu raids. So if you guys are interested in doing some Tapu Bulu, it is a new shiny. So hopefully we'll be able to get you guys some shinies, all of that good stuff. So yeah, be sure to hit the notification button, all of that stuff. And then yeah, other than that, guys, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And yeah, good luck for your spotlight hours. Enjoy your dinner, Jimbo, and your pork. Well, pork is the dinner. You'll most likely tune into your next stream, but really depends on. Yeah, all good, dude. All good. We've usually got more moderators in the raid hour streams anyway, because Miss Murder and that are there. But cheers. But yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your night, all of that stuff, like I've already said, and I will see you guys then. Bye.